Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Kathryn Mazza and Nicole Mazza of TRAVELSAVERS, and we're going to talk a little bit about what trends they see in the market today for travel advisors. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Nicole and Kathryn, we've both seen sort of the evolution in this past year, and you've been calling them travel advisors for some time, but now it's all of a sudden got the stamp of approval from ASTA, and we all have to start thinking of our profession as travel advisors, right?
Oh, correct. And it's been something that we have been using from, years back, a long time back, because they are more than travel agents. They are true experts. They're true professionals. So I think it's about time we gave them the respect that they need, which is to be true advisors. They're advisors of travel. They're advisors to their consumers. They're a lot more than a travel agent. Yeah, and that's been a big trend. And what are you seeing in terms of usage of travel advisors today? I mean, I think people sort of renaissance. We have all these surveys about millennials who now want to use a travel advisor, if they can find one. That's the biggest issue. What do you think that's happening there in terms of usage of agents?
The word agent, we have, as Kathryn has
I just said agent. You see, there you go. I have a dollar in the cookie jar right there, so that's it. But travel advisors, and that we have to get used to saying that.
We certainly do. And if you look at the market today, we have seen it used, whether it's professional, advisor. We have seen, especially within the millennial market, it's been really interesting. We have seen Dream Curator or Dream Maker coming out with some really fun, creative names that are out there, which is exactly what they do. They're curators of dreams. They are, so it's nice to see, as Kathryn has mentioned, that people are moving, and the industry is moving more towards advisors, because that's what our agents. See, I said agents as well. I think I have to put a dollar in the cookie jar. I know,
that's it. It's hard to make the transition, and considering I worked at a magazine called Travel Agent for many years, and I created a magazine called Agent at Home, so it's hard to make that transition, but I think it is something necessary, and whether we call them, dream makers or whatever else, but certainly advisors is a good thing. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you see going forward for 2019 in terms of where are sales really strong right now in terms of the industry segments.
When we look at our sales for this past year, we are still seeing tremendous growth. Interestingly, bucking the trends down here in the Caribbean as well as Mexico market. We are still posting some very strong sales down here. We are also seeing excellent sales in Europe, and that is both on the cruise, FIT, escorted, all of those markets. We are seeing some very strong numbers. Exotics have come back, which is nice. Alaska was off the charts.
Well, the cruising to Alaska, because everybody's going to Alaska. Pretty much all the cruise lines have product in there, right?
They do. So numbers look fantastic, but 19 is on fire. We are seeing, again, exotics. What we're seeing a really strong trend in is, one, solo travel. A large growth, a lot of industry, a lot of buzz around that in the industry as well as we are seeing a move from authentic into uncharted. We're seeing it with the ships that are going up into Antarctica, down to the Arctic, all the new product that is going in, the new product that is going into the Galapagos, which is really exciting. Just a lot of different destinations where the people are really looking for that uncharted more than just authentic.
Well, expedition cruising has been kind of it's a major new category. In fact, we have to put you sort of really recognize that for our site, and recognize that that's almost become a separate category, like river cruising, which is another one. What do you see in terms of the tour products now, in terms of where you're going? And either one of you can answer this.
When we say tour, are we speaking FIT or are you speaking
both?
guided?
Well, we have FIT and guided vacations, as they call them now, right? We have another name change, right?
Yeah. We are seeing a very strong growth in the guided market. We are seeing guided market providers and suppliers that are out there moving to the smaller, a little bit more of the uncharted. We just saw Colette came out with explorations. Going into that, we are looking what Insight is doing with Insight Gold, more into the luxury market, small, curated departures that they have as well. So we are seeing very strong numbers on the guided side, especially as they start to expand their portfolio to be able to gather the cachet of these different demographics.
Okay. Now, Kathryn, you also oversee training and education for TRAVELSAVERS and Nest. What are your advisors? What are your advisors really saying to you they want more education and training in?
I think it is a lot of product training. I think it is a lot of more sales training. It's how to sell and upsell their clients, working with their clients, looking for that specialty destination, more niche marketing. because there is a lot more discretionary cash out there today, and their clients are looking to spend. So it's how they're getting them to upsell, how they're getting them to those higher suites or that higher class of product. So we do a lot of training on that, switch selling, upselling, and that's what they're looking for.
And you also have a third group, affluent traveler, right? That really focuses on that specialized just in luxury, right?
They specialize just in luxury. Yes, they do.
So is that a trend now? Are people still? I mean, it seems to me luxury never went away, even during the recessionary times. But now we seem to be like with the boom times, it really people are going back and really buying, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think our luxury numbers are through the roof. I think we're seeing a lot of our the higher class of service. Our agents are booking into a lot more suites, a lot more first class, front of the bus. So absolutely, they are again upselling, and it's on the luxury products.
And now, do you see any clouds on the horizon for this? Do you see anything? Because it looks like we are in a boom year, both for 2018 and for 2019 so far. But do you see anything that potentially could impact travel?
I think there's a few things. Geopolitically, we're all watching that to see if it will have effect on the stock market. Will we see some discretionary dollars go away? So that always softens up our market, usually. We are also watching inventory. Because there is such a boom, and inventory is going very quickly. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, that's good for pricing, right?
It's great for pricing, and I think everybody is feeling that right now, but it'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, we always watch this market. We're down here in beautiful Riviera Maya. They are still, unfortunately, in the news today, so just getting more agencies aware is always an issue that we have within the industry of getting consumers aware.
Well, I came down last night. You couldn't tell me there wasn't a boom on travel down here because the customs lines were crazy, and it was just, I said, what are you talking about this year? Anything else, Kathryn, that you could think of in terms of what are your travel agents telling you that that's really successful for them, and what might they be worried about a little bit?
Well, I think to Nicole's point, they definitely worry about some of these markets. Mexico is a very large destination for a lot of our affiliates or advisors. We sell a lot of Mexico, and we watch it, although our numbers have remained stable. We watch what's going on around the world. We watch, the hurricanes, don't help. Hawaii, what's going on with the volcanoes and the hurricanes, they don't help. As long as the world stays quiet, we're hoping for quiet, 19 will be a banner year, once again, as 18 was for us as an organization. Well,
there's also, as long as the media reports accurately in terms of what's happening. I know Hawaii is a good example of that. We thought that people thought that the big island of Hawaii was blowing up, and it really wasn't, right?
You're absolutely correct. We all need to be on the same page and reporting what's truly happening there. Because people are still going to travel. We've become very resilient. I think since 9/11, we had to become resilient. People are going to travel. Yeah. Stuff is going to happen in the world. Right. We just have to learn to be more vigilant, and we need to learn that it's going to happen. You just need to be careful on where you go. You need to work with the right advisors to make sure they're advising you of the places you should be going, not booking outside of an advisor or where you don't know.
And also an advisor can tell you, give you other options if something is, not. And I know everybody wants to go everywhere now, but at some point you have to have someone guiding you and figuring out exactly what your plan of vacation should be, right?
You need to leave the travel to the experts. You rely on them for their advice. You rely on them for their expertise. They're going to steer you in the right direction.
So Nicole, any other trends that you've seen in the market that you think are going to be big in 2019?
We are seeing a large growth within the well-being space that is out there. It's a market that we have gone into a couple of years ago, and we are definitely starting to see, I think we were a little ahead of our time when we came out with our well-being travel. We are seeing a very large growth, a lot of resorts, a lot of cruise lines, a lot of different destinations that are really focusing on that and enhancing their product for that market.
Yeah, well, I was just at a wellness resort just a few days ago, and I never thought I'd ever go to a wellness resort. So go figure, I just
for all people.
And I spent the summer. I was at the Bergenstock resort in Switzerland, and just checking that out, which is a brand new, real wellness resort. So it does seem to be an incredible trend, and I'm happy and somewhat surprised that it's become so good in the last year or so.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Nicole, thank you. Kathryn, thank you. It's been great to catch up with you to find out about these trends in the market. Good luck in the coming year. Right now, things look great, right?
They look fantastic. Fantastic.
Absolutely. 19's looking even better.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.